Welcome to all you Librans. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for February 2015 already. And let's have a look what this month will be. Well, the keyword is passion. And I'm not saying this because it's Valentine. I'm saying this because there's like 100 of planets and asteroids joining together in the same sign. And I'm exaggerating a little bit, of course. First of all, if the sound is better than usual, maybe one of you let me know, because I'm trying a better audio actually, and I think it's working out, but I just want to be sure if it is. But let's get to your planets and to your monthly forecast, you Librans. It's a very healing kind of month for you. And passionate as well. Now, why do I say this? Because normally I don't mention asteroids, but I mention them when they are doing something spectacular or doing something that is, I think, is significant. And they're all, a lot of, not all of them, but a lot of them are gathering into the same sign of Pisces. There is Eros, the asteroid that is all about spirit. Spirit and passion, that is Eros. Not necessarily love, but the desire, it could be though. The desire, the passion, the spirit is conjoining with Psyche, and Psyche is the soul. It is the devotion, it is the soul. And that doesn't happen that often, you know, when these two are together. It means that body, mind and soul are in balance, which is very nice, isn't it? Because we all know those times, don't we, that body and mind is not in balance. Then as well, Chiron joins the club. Chiron, the wounded healer, so there's healing energy as well. And this is not a double whammy, but a triple whammy, because also Venus and Mars are joining the club, and the Sun and the Moon. So Venus and Mars together is quite rare. It happens every 2 years. The last time was in April, around March, April, May, around that time, I believe, in 2013. So, and what does it mean? It always means passion, again. Passion into a certain area of your life where those planets are transiting. So for you, again, it's the 6th house. I'll explain in a minute. So with Venus and Mars together, emphasizing as well the equilibrium, the balance between the feminine and the masculine, between I want something, I go for it, I put my desire there, but I also put my action there, and then the Venus, the contentment and the enjoyment. So whatever the desire is, you also meet the desire. That's the Venus and the Mars joining together. Now for you, this is all in the 6th house, and the 6th house is a couple of things that it could mean for you. Now, as Chiron is there as well, it could mean healing going on here. And I mean, it could mean healing not only on a physical level, but also healing on a soul level. You know, we all have our wounds, haven't we? We all have Chiron in our natal chart. And so this is a time for you Librans. If you have been having problems with your health, whether it is mentally, physically, or on a soul level, there is a lot of good energy coming your way, a lot of healing capacity coming your way through actually the experience of you taking the time and you understanding that you were out of balance and coming more into unity again, because this is what this is all about. Or it could mean that you are very passionate about the subject healing itself. So about maybe you are interested in Reiki or acupuncture or whatever. You know, there are so many healing things that can be done, or therapies or whatever. It can mean that you are very much passionate about something and you are going to do it, and you're going to be very content with what you do. Could be the case as well. For others, it will have to do more with work, with your day-to-day, because the 6th house is your day-to-day life. It's your administration that you do on a daily level when you have your own job, or it's when you have your own job, when you have your own business, I mean, or it's your day-to-day work that you do. And it has it can mean that maybe you were looking for a job, a new job, and now you're finding it, and what you desired, you get, you know, in a realistic way, of course, but nothing can be perfect on this planet, but, you know, in a way that you're quite happy about it, and that's an understatement. So when you are already having a job, it can mean that you are coming into a phase where you are more happy about the job, more passionate, putting more passion and more spirit into it, that you love what you do. This is the Venus Mars together in the 6th. You just love what you do. And so if it has been flat, or if it has not been what you wanted, there is opportunity to change this with your own efforts, because it's Mars that is there. Sometimes we do efforts and we don't get anything out of it. So with this constellation, it means that the chances are high that you're gonna get what you want. So very, very interesting energy, in other words. So it's also your day-to-day life, the way that you wake up, the way that you take your coffee or your tea or whatever. You find enjoyment and spirit in doing these things. Also working out. It can mean that you start a new regime, a diet, or a working out, and you are so passionate about it. And that could be the case as well. So it's a good time to start anything. If January didn't work for you, because January is of course a month that a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to start a diet, or I'm going to start to do some sports or whatever. Now for you, it's good to do that now in February, if you haven't done it already. And if you have done it already or started it in January, you're going to feel more passionate about it in February. Last thing is that there's also around the 18th of the month a new moon in that 6th house, so you're really starting new things when it comes to those items that I just mentioned, and not just starting new, I mean quite passionate. And the last thing I want to say is about the Saturn and the Neptune square. I talked about that last month, and it's again quite active, because now the Sun activates it. So in February, as from, let's say, around already the 19th, 20th of the month, you will feel the energy that maybe there is this tension between Saturn and Neptune. And what is this all about? Saturn and Neptune is about dream versus reality. So for you, it's about what the house I just explained, so the 6th house stuff, the health or the work, and the 3rd house, which is your way of thinking. So there might be some, so stay realistic with the way how you think about those issues that I just talked about, and the chances are high that you are going to reach what you have been longing for, actually, if you do the realistic steps. So sometimes we really need to do some effort to get what we want. And yeah, here it's all in Pisces, so it's emphasized, because Pisces is a sign that is all about the desire nature as well. It wants the ideal. But the ideal as well, but with the feet on the ground. And then there is some more happiness that you can go for, or not only happiness, just enjoyment in itself. So thank you very much for listening, you Librans. If you like this video, just share, please, and or subscribe. Wishing you a very passionate month, by the way, and see you next month. Bye bye.